Welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to optimize a Google product feed. I'll work with a 26-item Shopify demo store that sells a mix of clothing, books, and furniture. But every technique I demonstrate will also work with other e-commerce platforms and any feed source you use. We begin by looking at a feed that was pushed straight from Shopify with no optimization. To improve it, I'll use the Feedoptimise platform. As you can see, the current feed is quite basic. Many attributes are missing. The description contains HTML tags, and the titles are very short. Let's explore how we can improve it. The first thing we'll do is prepare additional attributes that we'll use to enrich the feed. I will add them in the source. Let's begin by examining the product descriptions. These are currently in HTML format, which isn't ideal for Google Shopping. We'll strip out the HTML to keep only clean text, which improves the appearance in the search results. If a product is missing a description, it's important to fill that gap. You can create a rule that uses the product title as a fallback. A better solution is to generate a description using AI. In this video, I'm using a mix of our built-in free AI model and OpenAI models to generate new data using existing attributes. Having just a few attributes like brand, title, and product type can already make your descriptions much more engaging. Next, let's look at the product type attribute. For example, if we have an item labeled leather dress, we can improve that by adding more keywords to the product type. This attribute is critical not just for categorization, but also for improving campaign performance by providing more product keywords. We can use AI to generate a more descriptive and keyword-rich product type. If you have structured data or website navigation, you can also create product types based on that structure. Often, gender and age group attributes are missing. You can extract these from collections or tags using custom rules. For instance, if a tag includes woman, set gender to female, or simply use our modifiers to extract it automatically for you. If no data is available, I set the default to values like adult or unisex. Color is another important attribute. If it's missing, you can extract it from the product title or tags. We use a color extractor modifier for this. Similarly, you can use a predefined shortcut for material extraction by scanning the product description and pulling out relevant materials, such as cotton, leather, or wool for clothing, or wood and metal for furniture. You can use the keyword extractor modifier to search for any data. Next, not that popular attribute is product highlights, key features that summarize the product. We use AI to generate these automatically from the description. I can use one of the prompt modifiers to provide my custom prompt. In this case, I use the following prompt. From the product description below, extract product_highlight for the Google Shopping feed and return it as a JSON list. Don't include any commentary in the response. Description. Then I add the product description field. You can use any prompt you like. Extracting, converting, and formatting data is fully flexible here. If some attributes are still missing, you can extract them using image recognition. Provide the product image URL and let AI identify features like color, material, gender, product type, or your own attributes. This is particularly useful when text data is incomplete. Now that we've enriched the source data, I reran the source and we can go to our Google feed to map the attributes into the Google Shopping feed. The improved fields include optimized product types, HTML-free descriptions, structured gender and age group, extracted color and material attributes, and product highlights. We'll also ensure the feed includes critical values like brand, condition, MPN, and barcode. It is good practice to use product ID as MPN if you don't have a model number. It's important to validate GTINs. If an invalid barcode is submitted, Google may reject the product. Use a GTIN validator to make sure you only include valid values. Map the cost of goods sold with the correct currency. This helps Google calculate profitability, which is valuable for performance insights. Product titles are one of the most critical components of your Google Shopping feed. A well-crafted title not only improves your product visibility in search results, but also increases click-through rates and overall campaign performance. The default titles from the online stores are often too generic, something like pullover or blue shirt. These lack essential contexts, such as brand, gender, size, or material, which are all important for both user search behavior and Google's indexing. This is a generally recommended structure for various types of products, but it may not work for everyone. Some cases require a more tailored approach. For example, if you're selling well-known brands like Adidas in the apparel category, it's important to place the brand at the beginning of the title. However, if you're promoting your own lesser-known brand, you may attract more customers by using other relevant keywords, since people may not yet be searching for your brand specifically. Follow other recommendations. Use a relevant title that clearly describes your product. The more specific you are with your title, the easier it is for your customers to identify the correct product. Avoid duplicated titles. Each product variant should have a unique title. Users will usually see only the first 70 or fewer characters of your title, depending on screen size, so ensure that important attributes are visible in the first 70 characters. Add SEO-friendly keywords at the end of your title, after the 71st characters. Include additional product attributes, color, size, gender, etc. Add additional keywords, for example, waterproof, maternity, plus size, organic. Okay, let's start improving our product title using a commonly recommended structure. We begin with the brand name. I also update the gender format, changing male to men's, female to women's, and defaulting to unisex if gender isn't specified. My default Shopify title is nearly identical to the product type, so I'll keep it as is. Next, I'll add the material, but only if that field isn't empty. The same goes for color. I'll include some fallback logic to check for color values in the variant, the parent product, or use a color extracted from the product image using AI. Since the color is in lowercase, I'll capitalize it for consistency. Finally, I'll append the size, if available, using a slightly different separator for readability. Now the title looks much more optimized. That was the manual method for building a title. Let's now automate the process using AI. With our AI title optimizer, I can generate a complete title just by providing the attributes. AI takes care of the rest. This version looks good. The structure is slightly different, and I like how it added the handmade keyword to the title. You can experiment with different attributes or even try different models to get varied results. Now let's see what OpenAI generates. Nice. It added a few more keywords, making the title more appealing. This is definitely a big improvement over the original version. Using AI is a fast and effective way to enhance your product titles, especially when dealing with large catalogs. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. For more information, visit feedoptimise.com.